Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, I want the breakfast like a king all day long. Costa coffee. I just had a disgusting sausage bap and a cup of tea because there wasn't any milk at my house this morning to have my tea with. So I was like, fine, I can't have my Cheerios or my Crunchy Nut Dick Flakes. So I thought I'd treat myself to a to a on-the-run, disgusting cup of tea and human sausage. What a beautiful morning! It's actually quite warm and spring-like. There's a whiff of spring in the air. I can't believe it. We're almost through winter. We're almost through it. We're coming up to my favourite time of year, which is the anticipation of summer. Because summer's always shit, but it's the anticipation that I like. I'm like, oh god, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? How much fun am I going to have? The answer's always none, but you know, here's hoping. Oh, I'll do the Mohammed. What was his name? Mo Farah. There's a van behind me going, what the fuck is that guy doing? Just squeeze in here, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Diplomatic immunity. Yeah, sorry for the spelling error. I make a lot of spelling errors, but I am dyslexic. So I think I'm allowed to make those errors, and you can't take the piss out of me. Because it really hurts my feelings. Someone said I can't spell. Oh, I'm going to ring up the authorities, and then they're going to do like a court case and spend loads of money and waste it all because it hurt my feelings because I need to man the fuck up. So I had an interesting experience. We've had loads of really bad weather over here. Well, it's kind of gone away a bit now, but we've had loads of floods and loads of floods and power outages and shit like that. And I had a power cut for 3 days, and it was fucking horrific. I don't know if you saw on Twitter. I had to drag the barbecue out of my garage and drag it into the house and use it to make tea and keep myself warm because it was fucking freezing. And then someone pointed out the dangerousness of the carbon monoxide gases. But yeah, so I had to drag the fucking barbecue into the bloody kitchen. And, alright. Hit it like Drake. Yeah, so I had to drag the barbecue into the fucking kitchen. That I guarantee that's the only time this year the barbecue will actually be used. It's for winter emergencies. So yeah, and so I was without power for 3 days. And initially I was like, oh my god, what the fuck am I going to do? And kind of hated it. And then by the end, I was like, I'm loving this. And she's going through a red light. She's not. Because you kind of get... you realise how reliant we are on electricity. It's terrible. Like everything we buy, we just take it for granted that you can just plug it in or sort it out. Like any of these, even like mobile phones and iPads and all that shit, you just think, oh yeah, well, whatever, battery. But the battery's fucking run out, so you've got to plug shit in. And there was no power. I had no cellular signal because the power had taken out the mast, the cell phone mast. So, and no internet, obviously. So I was just left, deserted, and I fucking loved it. And it's a bad realization that we're just so reliant. We're so reliant on these companies just providing us with electricity. If it suddenly stopped, or if they were like, no, fuck you, everything as we know it is fucked. Now the debate is, what I'm going to try and introduce is if actually, for the sake of humanity, if that is actually a bad thing. Because, when the power... Well, this guy's going too slowly, he's going to do something. What's he going to do? So when the power was off, I actually did shit. I actually did stuff. I got off my fat ass Went into the garden, chopped up some fucking shit, sorted stuff out, cleaned the house. And at night, I read a fucking book. I haven't read a book from cover to cover for, man, 10 years? Something terrible like that. But then that's my dyslexia. That's my dyslexic flaw coming into effect there. But I hadn't read a book for so long. And I loved it. But it was weird. I mean, I was kind of walking around my house with a candelabra with 3 candles on it in long johns with a flap on the back to poo and just reading books by candlelight. It was like something out of a fucking Dickens novel. But I really enjoyed it. And I was like, oh, peace, you know, peace. Something that's very rare these days, just peace. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And it got me thinking how fragile this civilization we've made is. And then you think, well, if we're talking for the good of the planet, right? Everyone keeps going on about the good of the planet. I honestly think the best thing that can happen for the planet is some massive, like, EMP burst which takes out all the fucking computers, probably 4/5 of the population of the Earth, and we start again. We sort it out. You know, all great civilizations fail. And if that's not true, why aren't we, you know, still commanded by ancient Greeks, Romans, Atlantis, if you believe in that shit, whatever. You know, where are these civilizations gone? You know, Egyptians, where the fuck, you know, they had technology. Where the fuck did all that shit go? It just went. So you got to question the apocalypse. I welcome it. You know, bring it on. Bring on the apocalypse. And in our kind of Western civilization, we think these guys who are still hanging out in tribes in the jungle somewhere are fucking stupid. We're like, look at these dicks, they don't know what like a camera is. But when, whatever you believe in, this apocalypse happens, who's going to be the fucking stupid one then? Because I can't make fire, I can't hunt, you know, I can't skin animals and make fucking shit out of them. They're the fucking clever ones. We're the fucking idiots. Look at this, just driving around on our metal boxes thinking we're all so civilized and above everyone, but we're not. Yeah, you know, the guys sitting in the fucking jungle, they're the ones that know how to survive and embrace the earth. It's unsustainable. The population of the earth is unsustainable. There has to be some kind of catastrophe, and I'm not saying, oh god, I want everyone to fucking die. You know, it would be horrific. I'm not saying it's going to happen today, tomorrow, next year, 10 years, 50 years, 1,000 years, who knows? But it's coming because it's unsustainable. So yeah, and I'm not being, you know, it's not a firm belief I have that there is going to be this apocalypse. It's just an interesting scenario, like what would happen, because we are all fucking idiots, like Westerners. We don't know how to do shit. We don't know how to look after ourselves, grow any food, maintain animals, look after ourselves. We know nothing, like nothing, apart from how to interact with Facebook and just stupid things, when life throws up tough times, Facebook isn't going to help you. The knowledge of how to start a fire, mate. Cheers, buddy. So I don't know. Bit of thought for you there. Yeah, I don't know how the world's going to end. That's another interesting thing. In an apocalypse, you'd never stay in a city, would you? You watch like The Walking Dead and all that shit. The cities are bad. You'd go and find a farmstead, you know, where you can have food and survive. Everyone goes to the country. That's what I'm planning. That's why I moved there. I'm planning for the apocalypse. I've got a massive cellar with loads of baked beans and porno mags in it.